So I've written another series that called the Brighton Mysteries, and they're set in the 1950s and 60s around the theatrical world. And kind of inspired by my granddad, who was a musical comedian. Well, in Variety,
Oh,
he was
wow.
in Variety. And in fact, that's one reason why I love in Moore's books and listening to him talk, because I love those stories of stage and being comedian. So my granddad fought in the First World War. He was in the trenches and he was a pilot. And after that, can you imagine what he'd been through? He was only 21 when the war ended. He was a major in the RFC.
Wow.
And he said to my mum, after everything I'd seen in the war, there's only one job I could do now, and that's to become a comedian. So he became a comedian, and this was his life. He travelled around different theatre every week. He didn't have a set home. And I was fascinated by that life, and he left me his playbills.
Wow.
And they were the things. We were talking about the thing that inspires a story. And there was these playbills and these names of these performers. They were things like... Lou Lenny and her unrideable mule. I mean, what's all that about? Ray Deeney, the gay deceiver. Who is this guy? You know, who's he deceiving? And so I just wanted to write about those people. So they became the Brighton Mysteries, and I think there were 7 books in that series. There are 4 books kind of set around Shoreham and Sussex. Which feature a detective called Harbinder Kaur. And the first one in that series is called The Stranger Diaries, and the most recent's The Last Word. And I've just started a new series. The first book was out in February, and it's called The Frozen People. And it's about a group of cold case detectives whose cases are so cold they're frozen, so they're called The Frozen People. But actually they're so cold because they go back in time to solve them.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, that cold case stuff, that's quite interesting.
But I think the DNA matches. So I think was the Cardiff 6. I don't know how many I should know. Cardiff 4. That was a DNA match in the end, wasn't it? Yeah. There are people doing these home DNA tests, putting the results out there, and you might catch a murderer that way. That's all very interesting to me.
Do you know, that's another great plot, isn't it? That you do your own DNA and then yeah.
Well, you just buy it as a little present for your dad. You think, oh, dads are so hard to buy for. Why don't I get one of those home DNA things?
Do you know?
There you are.
I'm not reluctant to do it at all, but I do know somebody that actually got caught out by the home DNA thing with the "Hi, you're my dad" scenario when they knocked on his door. I mean, that was quite.
There have been cases of swapped babies and things.
Oh.
I mean, it is. I think what's fascinating is it feels like such an innocuous thing, but of course it's not.